generally speaking, but they don't play a lot of officials. The only time they've played this is twice against the Mongols, one of which, of course, was yesterday, which they lost. Oh, no, they won, sorry, made it 13-9. And before that was again against the Mongols in the Atlanta calls, which they did lose. Ninth round, of course, here. And it's looking like not a bad start. For Newhappy, they're going to get their selector side, which they want. You'd probably assume the CT side too, right? I think fundamentally, this, you know, as much as Nuke gets a lot of the holding, I think Overpass still remains statistically the most CT side of the map in the pool right now. Definitely was the tail end of Go heading into CS2. And I think still has that similar mantle. The 5yclone, 0 for 4 on pistols. So that's probably step number 1, Scriv. Just get that pistol. Let's start something strong here. Because they've always been starting out these halves at quite the deficit.
No, very true, sir. Very, very true. It's going to be a difficult one, as always. They have been super inconsistent, like you say, on these pistols. I could get away with it. Time will tell.
Nice and quiet. In towards mid. Playing through fountains. First contact going to be taken here, but not really anything too audacious. Tiger sticking around to see what he can spot. It's more of an information play more than anything. And a big rotation coming over from B. It is actually only technically Tiger who started out on the A site. Thankfully, the rotations come quick enough. Tiger going to find one and a second before he manages to fall back into the site. Still alive.
Oh my goodness. Looking real solid here. Just JamYoung and Advent remaining then. What can they get done? Looks to be not an awful lot. Down they will go, and Newhappy keep it coming. They are yet to lose a pistol, man. It really made a difference on the previous map. 5yclone battling from behind in both halves. And the half-by wins that Newhappy were able to get, you know, just all helped out by the fact that they had the pistol in their back pocket. They had, you know, a run of 2 or 3 comfortable rounds. Yeah, it's going to be a challenge here with no pistols to win the series for 5yclone.
Yeah, we'll see. 0 pistols still. They got one more chance at it. Still remains pretty damn rough. Well, both from Tiger as well. If either of those 2 kills are just falling back, it's, like I said, you know, he's looking for information plays early, but essentially he's buying time for rotations soon. He does a very good job at it. Even still, though, this round a bit of a throwaway, not expecting really anything. 5yclone not taking too much early contact here as well. Most likely case is just having some sort of a conversation.
Yeah, playing it a bit slow. They'll start to, you know, try and make some noise out towards mid. They're trying to bait a peek, really, but no one playing mid for Newhappy, so you will have to go into the Lion's Den if you want any action here, 5yclone. And they'll begin to do that, slow but sure. Deagle in particular is what you maybe keep your eyes on. Newhappy just not wanting to misuse this position of advantage that they find themselves in. Flash will come round. Nothing really presenting for Lihang. Spots a couple. It's decent information, I suppose. Just got to be careful not to get overwhelmed here. He's running low on the ammunition. Looks like he should be all good, though, yeah. Loving the eco frags here, and it's a lovely confidence booster right at the start of the game as well.
It is. It is. Just to really get a little confident, get a little crisp overall. Flawless round. Barely even taking any damage as well. Only Lihang takes an ever so slight tag, so not too shabby. Overall, 2-0 start is exactly what we'd expect coming out of Newhappy, because it's happened every single half, more or less. Big thing, of course, now going towards the first full buy is, I mean, guess what things look like for 5yclone. T side, like we said, not the easiest thing in the world. See if 5yclone got anything in their back pocket. It's not going to be an easy fight by any means, but 5yclone have had their moments of glory, and we hope they can kickstart things at least in some way here.
And there it is. Kaze will entry. Catches an aggressive Lihang. Like I said, those ecos give you confidence. Maybe a bit too much confidence in this case. Does not know when to let up. All the same. Looking good here, man. They will retain their position for now.
Big stack in the direction of B. 3 players here playing up close. Just going to leave Tiger once again alone towards A. It's something they've been happy to do, but it does feel so risky. But, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So far, 2-0 and 2-2's come over to support as well. Double stacking towards back bathroom. Ain't offering just yet.
Real slow build up here on the Inferno. Sorry, on the Overpass. This is what you expect from Inferno, but we got a bit more speed out on that map, to be honest. And, well, it does seem to be working. 2-2 caught off guard. One's not going to be enough there. There's a rotation in from Spine, but the MP9 can't get anything. And just 2x down below. Bomb will go down in a moment. I don't know. He could give this a little look in, but might as well just save, to be honest. Maybe catch an exit if he keeps on moving forwards. He might run into somebody. It kind of depends on what he wants to do.
Yeah, it's not the worst, is it, right? I think it's, you know, you can take anything you want away from it, but overall, it's going to be cycling to find that round for them as well. Not too much to come forward. Like you spoke of, those ecos, they can warm you up. Maybe a little too warmly hanging. It was a questionable decision. I mean, information gathered, yes, but impact minimal. A lot of damage being dealt towards 5yclone, but I think they should be absolutely fine. All 5 staying alive. Yes, there we go. So the lower player's far enough away from that bomb, and it's not an issue. First on the board for 5yclone. Could be the start of something as well. They can start chaining them together. There is a strong world of something to come forward. Of course, on either side, Newhappy do have a buy. 2x only an MP9 for him. Everybody else in towards the rifles. A doable investment. They don't find it though. 5yclone break that economy and are able to pull away a little bit on that T side.
Little bit of nadage down middle. Ooh, this could be an interesting fight over here. Great little flash comes in, but it's just not quite enough. Lee Hang splitting them down the middle, really. No kills for the CT side. So, 5yclone in a pretty good position once again.
Spine, playing deep. And spot that cross as well in towards short, which is good. Level of information, I guess, here. But for now, nothing offering. Oh, laboured spray from Advent. I don't know how he doesn't get the kill there. But also, Spine's a lucky man still alive. Both are still very lucky to still be alive, in all fairness. He's going to go deep. It might actually catch Spine. It will. He couldn't cross in time. Alman will trade at the very least.
Two X round this corner. Ready and waiting. Slim opportunity to even things up. You know, if he lands a decent spray down. Oh, it could be doable. Nice one from Tiger, finding the lurker up on that top bomb site. They're very ready for a B hit. Compared to A, MP9 does not find anything at all, though. So just down to 2-2 at the back end of the site. First comes round. Second for him as well. He's doing well from his position. He's about to run out of ammunition, though, and that will be his downfall. Tiger's still upstairs, unfortunately, yet to make it down the connector. Advent should have his number.
Surely.
Yeah. Not even going to check it. Didn't even have his gun out, so pretty big one coming through for 5yclone. Rifles looking good here on Overpass.
Yeah, the important thing as well, on top of it, is just that economy broken over towards their opponents. I'm Newhappy, not a lot for them to speak of. But a weird round, all things considered. Had a full buy, but Newhappy couldn't really do all that much with it. Trades were actually pretty solid, to be fair, for the 5yclone roster. And now we find ourselves 2 apiece, but a freebie of around only 1 deagle to worry about. I don't think they should be too scared of Tiger in towards this round. Realistically, 5yclone finding that third would put them in a very nice position just to continue ticking along here on the T side.
Nobody in connector for the T end, so should be limited action within this round, unfortunately. Advent might make his way down there. Oh, or Tiger's going to take him around the corner. It's pretty nasty when you see it from that angle. He just randomly disappears. Beautiful shot.
Already, though. Any more for any more? They're going to come over towards Divider. There is a bit of a flank coming through, in the sense that they have actually wrapped through Fountain. This could be a little bit more awkward than they'd hope. A ding's come through. Alman's going to get 2. And he's now being pressured, and he will fall. So the USPS elites can collect an AK. And unfortunately, the A site is open.
Tiger. Just chilling at range, trying to find a head. Not going to happen. They're actually going to give this a little go, it would seem. That's a CT smoke that maybe makes things a bit awkward, to be honest. Either way, holding off for this post-plant. CycLone, yeah, smart stuff, right? It's planted for them. Just play the range, play the stronger weaponry game. No kit going to be available. Don't need to get too crazy on the peaks. You know, it's all good in the end. Double kill for kaze should seal it. Not a lot of time. Just play around that. Tiger does find one with the Deeg and a chance to get another, but the round itself will indeed go the way of the T side. So, despite the diciness, they will get it over the line. Looking better and better here for CycLone.
It is, absolutely. I mean, they see it over the line. A little bit expensive. You know, I guess if you're Newhappy, that's a round where you're not expecting really all too much. So you can take your silver linings. You can take anything away from it. But when it comes down to it, not bad. In the round of their favor. Still fine in terms of money. You know, those sort of rounds, if it's too expensive and you don't have funds left over, you can be in an awkward place. Thankfully not the case. So 5 AKs. Here's what CycLone wheeled towards the next. Just off on the other side. However, it doesn't matter because JamYoung's doubled it down. What a start.
Lovely. In such a big round as well, it's going to take a lot to wrestle that back. Spine's managed to find one. But not quite enough, is it? You know, man disadvantage. I think a relatively decent idea that there's a stronger B bomb site than A. So therefore, CycLone, yeah, going to abandon the idea of B and move up to this A bomb site instead.
For now. Stepping their way forward. 2x for a double, so that's actually opened this round up a little bit. And he runs away relatively unscathed as well. So, questions about the trading there. Double round for Newhappy.
.2x just holding safe on B. Oh, we'll see. Yep, there it is. Little head in his crosshair, and he finds that frag. Massive. Leaving kaze alone. Another slip up from CycLone. We've had a lot of these over the course of the past 2 maps in particular. 5v3 to kick off. Will it be converted? Will it go fully sideways? We're about to find out. Kaze with a reposition here. Might not be expected at all, you know. Tiger going to be heard. Oh, and Kaze's in behind him. Yeah, Tiger has absolutely no clue. Kaze will take that frag. Now looking to play around the bomb. There is no kit available for 2x. He does not have a lot of time. He will get the kill. Oh, can he find the bomb? Oh my goodness, that was a little awkward. I think he's just about got it, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, yeah.
As that 10-second timer had not yet gone off. All the same, that was very, very shaky for a moment.
Maybe a little too close, but it's okay in the end. What matters most, of course, being that the round is taken. But yeah, that was definitely a little bit closer than we'd hope or expect, fundamentally speaking. What matters most is you having to find a round on a gun round too. And I think that's the big thing for me is for Newhappy, we've seen at times, especially in towards Inferno on that map number 1, where they looked a little rough around the edges. A lot of that did look quite shaky in the gun rounds. You saw what? CycLone went on an 8-round win streak in that first half. I'm glad to see Newhappy now able to compete a little bit. Confident as well. Winning a collect like that is pretty big. Just gets rid of some of the nerves.
Another quiet start into the round from CycLone, looking to immediately bounce back. Certainly not impossible, but certainly not going to be easy. Tiger holding back, and there's just absolutely no action coming his way. We're nearly a minute in, and you know, it has just been chilling out towards playground.
Oh, at the moment, space towards long, 3 players making their way up. There's not a lot of information actually gained here by Newhappy. It's another one of those setups where it's very passive. They're just waiting for overextensions. Nade in the corner, no tag, so no information here for Advent. He's probably in trouble here, isn't he? Yeah, you can just see it happening. He was always going to just slow peek into that corner. Freebie for Tiger. And actually given the opportunity to reset as well. Up close. Actually done from Lihang.
Not bad at all. See if they can keep it rolling on this CT side. They are still committing in towards A. Nice find from Alman. Good flash around the corner, but unfortunately, it's a weird fight going on. What is happening? 2 versus 2, 15 seconds to get that bomb down. The rotations are here. Kaze tries for a double spray down. Doesn't happen. There's actually a team kill in there, but it doesn't matter because Newhappy still win the round. Oh my goodness, this is just absolute carnage at times. Really, really hard to follow as well, I won't lie to you.
Yeah, it's so back and forth in some of the most unexpected ways, honestly. But when it comes down to it, just make kind of each and every round kind of exciting. You quite literally never know what's going to happen. Overall, I'm still worried about what we're going to see in the long term out of 5yclone. We've seen this side falter and look a little shaky around the edges from time to time. Of course, now no buy for them to speak of. Might just be a B pop here. They're just smoking towards Monster. It's a lurk smoke as well, but they're going to pop out a short. This could be troublesome. 2x on a very good position. That barrels area is not going to get cleared. It does get flashed.
A little bit awkward moving in, but looking very, very good here for the CT side. We've got so many bodies. Just Advent now, and they are as yet to find a frag. 1 HP for 2-2. Maybe he can get that. Or maybe one of his teammates can. Oh no. Okay. It's the only one that they lose, you know?
The funniest part is he was nowhere near anyone. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that just looks like it's just sprayed through the smoke directly onto his teammate.
Kind of just holding mouse 1, not controlling your spray, you know? You're just making noise. Oh, goodness.
Funny round. I mean, the main thing, of course, being that it's closed out, but you can have a little chuckle at them. For now, it's a 2-round buffer zone. Decent so far for Newhappy. Back into a buy for 5yclone, but this is actually a pretty one. Do you see a triple Galil setup? So maybe a slight over-investment towards the round prior there. Maybe a little bit too much in terms of the Tech 9s and the util. Expecting a plant, didn't get it. Now they've got the bulk of the guns here being less than premium rifles.
Mercury up on the boost, waiting for someone to walk into his crosshair, man, but doesn't... Oh, I was going to say, it doesn't seem like it, but, you know, a very rare angle for 2-2 to take on top of the default box there. The one time that he does, he's straight in for a free kill. So, man advantage for 5yclone, looking to take this one, but again, the defense ready and rolling. 3 versus 3, only briefly, however. Lihang and Tiger are around on B quite quick. I don't know that this will be expected.
Oh, for now. This post barn as well, it looks pretty damn secure, especially with Lihang taking even more damage. I think we should be fine here. If Tiger hit that, maybe would have opened it up, but as time's on to tick, I'm surprised Lihang's even making his way in. They don't have a lot of money in the long term. This feels like a very risky attempt at a retake, especially because both have died. I don't agree with the call to retake there, especially when you have an M4 and an AWP. If they'd saved that, they could very comfortably buy in towards the next. Now they can't. You're going to have a couple of them on less than premium guns, to say the least. I think for Newhappy, you're going to lose the round anyway. Why not just keep all of that AWP and the M4? They would have absolutely been able to buy in towards this round and have another go at it. Not to be, so 5yclone find a 4th and are given the opportunity to time this game up.
Yeah, just Eagles out for Newhappy. Could be a bit scary. We have seen half buys come off. It's maybe a bit generous to call this a half buy, but all the same, never underestimate players in this game, I suppose. It has been a crazy kind of time. Uh-oh. 2 kills in a matter of moments really have upset things here, and 2x has come away with an AK as well as the armor that he had there. Oh my goodness. Missed shots from Kaze, gap closing, he's isolated, they're really panicking to stay alive here. However, Omen might just have saved the day, all going to be down to 2-2 on the flank.
Yeah, new boy, stepping up in a big way. Got the bomb, but he's going into danger. Oh my god, this is such a good angle for 2-2. He can really isolate fights it quite well. There's one. Oh my god, the second is just around the corner. And he can't quite do it. That is so much closer than it needs to be. And we've already seen plenty of times 5yclone lose out against ecos and half buys. Thankfully, it's a sigh of relief, and it's not this time, but that was much closer, much more expensive than it should have been.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy stuff. Just can't write it at this point, to be honest, mate. Like, it is getting a bit out of hand. Nonetheless, back into yet another round. Rifles out this time, so maybe Newhappy can find success here. And continue to keep the game as close as damn it.
But now, all goes quiet in the penultimate round. I say that, and JamYoung takes a lot of damage. We'll cross back in towards short. There's a much stronger position. The Hollow is going to fall back in towards the site. He knows playing through con there is such a risk. There's no winning when you're solo. The ability to be peppered down by util is extremely high. With little to no support either. Yeah, no chance. So, again, now what's the call for Newhappy to try and close back in their favor? Feels like a lot of the onus comes to the back of what Tiger can do with the AWP.
Or maybe not. Seems like they're pulling away from Acer. Gonna hit B instead, and well, he's quite committed to A. If he was more on the site, closer to heaven, that kind of thing, then maybe I could see him having some initial impact, but it looks like, if anything, he'd be more of a retake player, depending on how Spine and 2x do from down below. So far, not so good. Spine going to be the first one to fall. 2x in and around this smoke. Oh my goodness, that timing of peak is just so good from 5yclone. I don't know whether it was fully intentional, but the way that it worked out distracted 2x well enough. They will call the save, and 5yclone take the lead here.
Nice to see as well. Nice to see. 5yclone in a very comfortable spot. Now with a 6 round on the T side. Generally speaking, as T sides go, that's not bad. It really isn't bad. This is a map, like we said, tail end to go in towards CS2 was so heavily CT sided. The most CT sided map statistically. It's, yeah, a really awkward situation now for Newhappy. I think they're going to understand a lot of the pressure on their shoulders is going to start to get pretty insurmountable. 6-5. Even if it ends up being a tied game, it still feels like a tough spot. The only, I guess, saving grace for Newhappy is that they are still flawless on pistol rounds. So you kind of have the expectation that even if it's 7-5, the game will be tied up pretty quickly because you expect Newhappy to win that pistol. If 5yclone win it, then we've got all brand new storylines.
Very true. It could be absolutely wild. But I'm here, enjoying the carnage. You know, regardless of how it goes, I really am just into how wild this is to keep up with. Keeps you on your toes a little bit, I guess. JamYoung eats a nade at the top end. Oh, off connector, and Advent was after him, but unable to chase him down. Mercury eats a bullet in the noggin. And there is a trade out from Spine. So looking pretty good for Newhappy on this B hit. Rotations are coming round, but again, Carnage and the mess of smokes all over. Spine is just absolutely untrackable, though. And that will give them the advantage going into the retake.
It's an alright position to be in. 2 versus 3. However, still not on the lock and key at the very moment. Kaze looking for somebody on that rotate. And I think, honestly, a lot of this round comes down to what Advent can find. And right now, nothing's offering up to me. He's making noise, too. So I'm pretty sure now becomes a known quantity. But Kaze finds Lihang and opens up. He now gives himself at least some space to work with in terms of a plant. Again, Advent's got to keep him safe. If Tiger swings out, he could deny it. They're double stacking towards... No way are they going to boost in towards heaven. I was going to say, there's surely no chance. Yeah, time's ticking as well, lads. You got to make a decision. One towards short, one towards CT. Now or never.
Safe plan, but a landed shot by Tiger, and he gets both of them, in fact. So we are dead even at the turn of the half for the first time in the series. 6-6. We'll see how things pan out after the break. We are back straight into the action. No messing around here, no waiting. It does seem like they are very quick towards this B bomb site on the Newhappy side of things. Armin will open up. I'm not saying anything, but maybe we're seeing a turn of the tide because this looks pretty good for 5yclone. They have put the brakes on the Newhappy side. They're a man down. They're very, very, very unsure, sorry, of what to do. Flash comes around the corner. Tiger opens up. Oh, goodness. Maybe even just the thought of winning a pistol is too much for 5yclone here. The heads keep rolling. Julie's going to come raining on in, though. Look how low they all are. He was so close to getting 3 more. Oh, my goodness. But not going to happen for 5yclone despite the early advantage.
Who would have thought? Newhappy winning a pistol? Surely not. That's now 6 out of 6 for Newhappy. I think it's absolutely safe to say that the pistol rounds are one of the more marked weaknesses over towards 5yclone. And it's definitely a harder thing to fix, but surely when you look at kind of Prac and all the rest, that has to be a priority. It's all well and good having great executes or you know, great teamwork and synergy on the CT side, but if you constantly lose pistol rounds, you are constantly at a disadvantage no matter the scenario. And there's another prime example. They're coming in towards their CT side. A Newhappy are going to be, at the bare minimum, a 2-round lead. Vision on map number 3 is not the sort of pressure you want at all. It's got to be a priority for them at some point. Because they look pretty damn rough. But this is a round we're not expecting all too much. It is just going to be a little bit of a slower one, fundamentally speaking. I've got a good bit of room to work with in terms of thinking about what the response is going to look like for 5yclone. And I feel like for 5yclone, a priority at some point has got to be something that they didn't do a lot in towards the earlier couple of maps, is getting a little bit more aggro on that CT side, just for information.
Yeah. That is very true. Hang first one in through long. It's actually a kill for the USPs, and another one as well. Mercury on the recovered AK. Oh, an Advent. Sneaky man comes in with 2. What is happening? 2 versus 1. Bomb going to be recovered. Spine doesn't really know where to look. He knows there's one on the flank, hoping that there's not one from the CT angle itself, which he would indeed be correct. Wide swing comes in, and JamYoung totally isolated away from kaze. No chance of a trade. kaze will scoop up the Galil, but this is a tough, tough ask. You know, he really doesn't want to make any noise, not to give his position away. Try and get like a positional drop on his opponent, but then he doesn't really have a lot of time. He's going to go for the 10-second hold here. Oh, goodness, Spine, no way. No way, bro. No way. Not like this. Please. Okay, thank God. He does find him with the headshot. I don't think I could have made it through a 10-second defuse with no armor after he only spammed a couple of bullets into the smoke, you know? Oh, my goodness gracious.
That'd have been head loss for me. Pure head loss. Even still, I can't lie, that was a lot closer than it should have been. The fact that we even put into us that situation, little worrying, probably worth mentioning, but it's going to be first act pause called for the 5yclone boys. They want to make sure they come in towards their first full buy with confidence of some sort. All part in play. Dropped over towards kaze. Rifles to work with Alman. And Advent, of course, can pick some up themselves. But overall, traditionally, what would be a bonus buy towards Newhappy is actually a weak buy, unfortunately. 2-2's only got 1.9k, so does have the Galil to come through at the very least. But, yeah, you got double Galil, Mac 10 to support the double AK. It's not a dream buy for Newhappy, and that's because of how expensive that round prior was.
Yeah, true, actually, true. There's a real solid opportunity for 5yclone to close the gap. You know, win the one round and they'll springboard themselves really nicely if they can deny bomb plants away for the foreseeable future as well. Like, Newhappy are going to be on a long road to economic recovery. So there's a few hypotheticals there, but ultimately looking pretty good. Oh, a fast B call. Not a full commit on it, though. Just a couple players going out, trying to get some space. That bomb lagging behind a little bit. Lot of utility down to just push the CTs into an awkward spot. Now comes the double pump. Could be massive here. Loads of damage. Couple kills come round. A man advantage secured. kaze can't really help, and he's now the only one left. Wow. So well executed there from Newhappy.
That was so quick as well. And I like the kind of the the way in which they approach that round as well, they're coming in with lesser firepower, so they know the best way to play is as a pack. We see this actually quite a lot into a Cyclone. They're very reliant on individuals going searching themselves on the T side and then getting the opportunities for kills. And once they've got a kill, then they make a decision. It's not the worst part of action, but on these lesser buys, that's where for Cyclone has let them down a few times. And more Newhappy, they understand that fundamentally the numbers game shall always win, and it does. Oh, at the very least, 8-6, now made 9. 3-round gap held over. And the fact that there's very little money for Cyclone to work with, they're going to have the ego. This should be Newhappy up to double digits. Unless, of course, the AWP pulls off a bit of a miracle. So, very good position to be in. And we once again come back to what we were saying earlier. Losing those pistols time upon time always puts you at such a big disadvantage.
Yeah, really not in a good spot here, are they, to be honest? This, from here, with Newhappy most likely getting a 10th, should be their game to lose now. Bit of a fluffed up Molotov there, but it's all good. We can forgive. Oh, kaze, quick shot across, but just couldn't line up his crosshair in time.
And now... oh, in the flames, to actually find one. He's getting spammed down there a little bit as well. A little lower than they would hope. But again, I mean, really all Newhappy have to do here is just play as a pack. Even if they do go into, you know, the AWP or a slightly stacked side. Or site, may I say. Doesn't really matter. They've just got much better firepower.
Slow walk over to the A-bomb site. Should be a decent enough gap to work with. Ooh, kaze's still alive though. Love this. Nice find. 4 on 4, and I think they'd be pretty apprehensive now with the move in towards A. And Cyclone, with the nature of the round, are just playing very loose. A lot of guesswork involved. What is going on with these pistols, man? I'm going to find another one. 3 versus 3 confirms the presence of a couple more. But they would be correct in thinking that it's B. JamYoung might go overlooked here. Oh, and he lands the double headshot. 2-2 takes him out through the wall, but surely the damage done. 2 versus 1 with the AWP still in play. 7 seconds to get the bomb down, mind you. Advent just needs to be a nuisance. No time, kaze.
Oh my god.
No time. Oh, no way. 2-2 finds the kill round the corner. I mean, where else could kaze have gone?
Yeah.
Where else could he have gone, to be fair? That's unbelievable, man.
Oh my god, the finest of margins. Oh, carnage and chaos, man. This is this game in its truest form. But again, I mean, credit that so I couldn't even make that a close affair. It never should have been the case at all. But when it comes down to it, yeah, kaze just had to stay alive, but he couldn't go anywhere. I guess the only other thing you can maybe think of doing in that situation, which, I mean, just goes against everything your intuition says, is ducking your head and turning your back. You know what I mean? Hoping that they don't insta-headshot you, but...
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just so against the run of the grain. It's so against your, like I said, your intuition that in those high-pressure moments, you never think of it. It's unfortunate. I mean, kaze couldn't do anything else. Thankfully, of course, the round goes the way of Newhappy. Probably the biggest sigh of relief we've seen all game.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the box is definitely gone on this one in terms of what is normal and what rounds should be won, what rounds shouldn't. Feels like the pistol rounds are the ones that are coming the closest. Unbelievable. But back to a bit of normalcy maybe with a rifle buy. Trying to hold themselves together here. On that Cyclone side of things, they do not have a lot of space left. Mercury, oh, is a lovely little bait to bring them into kaze, but he can't make it away round the corner. He maybe could have committed to holding that angle rather than bailing. Almond nade out, could finish off. Lee Hang, no, it doesn't make it in deep enough. So 4 versus 4. And again, Cyclone rotating up super aggressively here.
Yeah, that's it. go quiet for a moment as the util starts to fade. Almond surely in a pretty troublesome spot here, but at least does have the support. What a shot, though. Advent gets the lead by Lihang. More trying to be found here. Orp good for one. Kaze. Wow, has he got a second? And Almond through the smoke will find one more. How does Kaze even stay alive there? They're going to win the round on time. Another chaotic one coming right down to the wire, but how the hell has he won that?
The mind does boggle. Unbelievable scenes. Yeah, just crazy. Absolutely crazy. I mean, even if he got taken down, I don't think there would have been time to do anything, but still. Unreal. So, Newhappy goes somewhere down the middle with this one, actually. Tiger obviously on the save door. Bit of extra cash for some of the players. Tiger, looking to get aggressive, takes so much damage. He will continue to be confident. Just misses the back end of Advent. That would have been a lovely frag, but a bit too slow. And you know what? Might have been the fire slowing him down because of the damage.
You're right. For now. Once again, does go. Little quiet. Pop shot being taken by Tiger. Nothing getting off the back of it. In a similar way to what we asked the Kaze a couple of rounds ago, we need Tiger to pull off a bit of a miracle here, but unfortunately, he's quite heavily tagged. Good thing, I guess, if he does die, they can just keep recycling that AWP.
Slow walk towards A here, looking for an opportunity to present itself. Change of scenery might be the wave. Kaze, though, ready on top of the dice. Drops that AWP, so that will just put a break on things for a moment. Somebody's got to go and recover that. You know, it's too good of an opportunity to miss out on. Kaze is on the ball right now. Another kill for him with the nade this time around. Mercury's off angle is nice and effective. Just two remaining then. It is certainly the two scariest members of Newhappy, but I would say there's not enough of them to really get this one rolling. 2-2 surprises out of nowhere, but yeah, just too much to ask of them.
It's all right. It's all right. There's a game on our hands here. It's been a marathon of a series. No two ways around it. And some very decent precedents being taken here for 5yclone and co. Within two. No, there's absolutely a conversation that's had to be had here. They're on the CC side. They've got a bit of form as well. Nothing stopping this team from running away with things at the very least. A bit of U-turn towards mid. Nade comes a tad too early. But overall, first 20 seconds of this round, it is just Newhappy taking nice early spacing towards Fountain. They can now work and start having a look in towards that long position, but Mercury's waiting for them. No way.
Oh, wow. Unbelievable. And Mercury even going to get away with a frag. I thought he got both of them there, but no, it's Kaze. 5yclone have turned up the dial. This is absolutely brilliant stuff. They just are not putting a foot wrong right now. Newhappy drying up on ideas, man. It's a dangerous place to be.
That's a pretty brutal showing right there. All that's left is one. And 2-2, unfortunately. I think it's safe to say no real chance. You've got to find that kill towards Mercury. He is so blind beyond belief. I mean, credit that Kaze steps in and bails him out, but even still, very laboured spray gets punished. He's got no chance. He's going to try and collect the bomb. I am wondering why he's not even trying to save the AK. Gets one. And down he falls. Yeah, I don't really understand in that situation where they've got no money. Having an AK is better than nothing, but then also, I guess, dying for the money is the other side too, right? So, it's a pick your poison type scenario, but since they're probably going to be forced into an eco anyway in the next round, I wouldn't even mind it. Maybe have the AK alive and kicking. AK, few half buys in terms of pistols. Wouldn't be the worst. 5yclone within one. Newhappy on an eco. I think it's safe to say we're expecting this one to be 10 apiece.
Mercury. Lovely double kill from him. Kaze will continue the trend here, so looking good. Ooh, okay, what the hell from Spine? I don't know that it's going to have too much of an effect on the round, but that is a little mental. Kaze does have to be careful here, to be fair. Missed shot, low HP. Oh, he might go down, you know. He might go down. Tech 9 back out. Kaze fighting for his life right now. Looks like he's all good. Oh, wow. Lucky to be alive again. This man is Harry Houdini right now, but all the same, 5yclone will get the double digits evening things up.
Yeah. Expected, of course, but I mean, the fashion at which it came through was a little bit janky than expected just because of Spine. I didn't realize that first one was still in the air. I thought he actually landed, but no, he was flying. He's what it is. Attack pause can be called here. First one, in fact, by Newhappy. I'm surprised they didn't call it a little bit earlier. So I kind of been rocking and rolling with the punches a little bit. Of course, we now find ourselves 10 apiece, and this game completely up in the air. Very difficult to make any sort of a call here. What's the call? I really do worry for Newhappy that they might have just let this one slip away.
Yeah, potentially, man. We'll see. We will see. Boost up coming in. Connector blown away. There is a smoke down there from 2x, but nothing presenting itself.
Smoke. Broken by the nade, but nothing opens up behind it. It's looking for something here. Spamming away towards the divider. No one there to be taking a tag, but it actually does buy a little bit of time and gives some information for a rotate. They're going to triple stack towards A now. And it might not be the right call. The bomb, yeah, going down over in the direction of B. Still is, thankfully, Overpass, one of the quickest rotations for a CT side.
Very true. So we'll see whether they make the correct calls here, I suppose. 40 seconds and, you know, barely any damage done. Barely anyone's seen. It's totally wild. Nades raining on in. They make their way out on towards this B-bomb site on the Newhappy side. A big, big round here. No utility remaining for the T, so they've got to get going. They've got to find the kills, man. And it's just not really happening for them. Stagnating pretty heavily, eating a lot of nade damage. Attempt to the bomb plant coming round here. This is an absolute mess. But it's all in favor of the CT side. Just Hang. They know where he is. He's got no HP, and down he will go. 5yclone once again finding energy towards the tail end of the map.
They're just continuing to make this look, fundamentally, quite simple. Worrying as well, as it continues to look so damn awkward. Well, now we find ourselves in a very interesting position where, again, I have to ask questions about what Newhappy have got left in the locker. People stepping up in a big way in the server too. Kaze, 20 kills to his name. 16 for Alman. Murky not too far behind on 15. Newhappy don't quite have the same in terms of the fragging department, and it's showing. 11 to 10. Only 2 rounds away now. And unfortunately, not that great of a buy for Newhappy. They've gone for a more or less a full buy here. Double hero AK. I'm not a huge fan of.
Yeah, it's kind of a desperate attempt, isn't it? Maybe try and catch them off. They're playing so fast towards A. Kaze with a lovely shot. Allman loses his life, though, and Kaze also going to go down. It started off well on the defense, but they've just gotten a bit excited, I think. Rather than buying that time. Just waiting for the rotations to come in, working off of each other, you know, more solo-type peaks rather than team-based. And yes, you do have money, but I think you probably just save if you're 5yclone here, man. There's no way you get in. Yeah,
I think when the rush came through, they panicked. And by panicking, they tried to stick around to see whether they can multi-frag before they die. Unfortunately, that probably actually wasn't the right call. If they had just gone for a full back reset and played retake, they probably would have been fine. The biggest issue with it, of course, being that it leaves kind of guns in the hands of Newhappy. They're going to have to save over an AWP and an AK-47. And even the M4 that dies there to the bomb. 2X can collect it. No problemo. Yeah, that was rough. That's not exactly what you want to see at all. Coming again toward it, a double AK hero buy and a few pistols, and they do let it slip. And we're all tied square 11 apiece again. We had OT in map number 1. And this one, once again, has the same sort of potential.
Nades raining out to begin with. A quick move in from 2-2 here to try and find some damage, but unfortunately unable to do so. Once the rifles are back in play, 5yclone look a bit more comfortable, ready for the aggression this time around, it would appear.
It feels like it. 5v3. And Newhappy now going to try and see some fights here. One spotted towards pillar. Doesn't need to face though. 2X, it's hoping somebody overextends, but this round's done. I'm sure of it. 2 versus 5. They've actually still got plenty of util left in the back pockets as well.
Yeah, it definitely looks that way here, and they will indeed clean up house. Newhappy just right at the end of the game, man, have completely run out of energy, run out of ideas when it comes to the rifle buys in particular. And as you can see, it is severely costing them their position. This may well be the series, to be honest. They really do not have the money available, and it just looks like a bit of a mess the past few rounds, to be honest with you.
Gotta agree. Not looking good. Looking good at all. Already, a couple of nades to come through early. Avoided by the bulk of it. It's map and series point 5yclone. Newhappy, now or never to try and close this. Can they push it towards OT is the question. For Newhappy, they're being so inconsistent on this T side. Sort of feels unlikely.
Yeah, it definitely looks that way, unfortunately, so not looking good. Not looking good, but we'll see. Trying to hold themselves together. Fair bit of utility, wind the clock down, work with that. I think that is ultimately what they are after at this point in time, and they really are winding this clock down. Just going to go straight in for the A execute, it looks like.
Well, waiting for it. In they come, or full blinded by kaze. Wanders cross in front of him, but 2X will be traded. Fans of kaze, 4 versus 4, and they're coming in towards the A side.
Mercury out from long could be big. 25 seconds, trying to just buy some time. Nearly in for another, but unfortunately the bullets don't quite land. One will be going down. Advent going crazy. Oh my goodness. And it's just JamYoung remaining to save the game. To save it from overtime. Slow but sure, making his way in. He does have a kit available. They are a little bit low. He's just biding that time, man. See what the wave is here. His way around. Oh, and there he is. Overtime required for the final map. This is just unreal, man. It felt like 5yclone were in a winning position, but let it slip at the very tail end now.
Yeah, that's it. That is it. And again, overtime now locked into place. It was, I don't know, it was a very kind of janky showing in towards that final round. I mean, even Advent there. Did he need to go swinging in on his own in a 2 versus 3? Even playing the trades would have probably been better just because of damage dealt. But overtime, once again, comes forth. This is already right now being a 3-hour, 40-minute series, which as MR12 goes, you don't really get much longer. We started at midday UK time, 1 p.m. if you're on the continent. It's now 3:42 p.m. So it's been a pretty long one, to say the least. Of course, including the couple of breaks about here and there. We had overtime at map number 1, 19-16. That one was closed in favor of 5yclone boys. 13-7 in towards map number 2. And here we are deep now in towards overtime once again. And it's very hard to make any sort of prediction. A timeout called by Newhappy before we get things underway. We are back underway in towards overtime. Magic number he looks for is 16.
Triple nade, baby. Nobody on the end of it. Yeah, Newhappy will look to continue the trend that they had in the regulation, keep the energy from that last round. But 5yclone, a little less to worry about, right? You know, you can play a bit more aggressive in the overtime on the CT side. You've got more money available to you, so feels like there's a little easier of a time. Oh, Lee Hang, no way. Insane timing. Will get taken down. Lovely find into the 4 versus 4 here. As Alman will make it a man advantage for 5yclone. Looking good.
Well, 5yclone now. What's the reaction looking like? A 2-2 split is the call. And Mercury stands tall in towards long. Can he make a second? No. Spino trade him. That's also the bomb spotted now. They can just full rotate if they want to. Double Molotov thrown over. 2-2's lurking out, though. JamYoung might not clear him, and he won't. Now it gets a little bit more awkward, because 2-2's got all the space information towards the B site. They don't have to commit at all towards A. No, the bomb is going to go for a full rotate. That's where they're going to end up here, because 2-2's got all the space.
Spine and 2-2 looking very, very good indeed. One going to come round. Oh, wild peek, but 2-2 kind of caught off guard by it. I'm a bit surprised. It looked like they were in a good position, you know, comfortable, ready to roll. And just caught off guard by the heaven push. I don't know what to say.
Didn't expect it. And, well, that'll be that. Defuse has come through. We'll see the first round of overtime go the way of 5yclone. There's now obviously plenty of conversations to be had that they should have closed this in regulation. Overall, it is still the same result on paper if they can close it in towards OT. If they get a good start towards CT, that's how to go about it. 5yclone should be getting bare minimum of 2 rounds on the CT side. We'll see. Not always the easiest ask as well. That got very, very close. Good rotation coming through. Good spacing found by 2-2.
Or Toes. Toes shot off. Wonderful. 2-2 will manage to find Mercury, though, so it is kind of even a pretty decent look for Newhappy, to be fair. They should be able to work with that.
Ready. 4 versus 4. Bit of damage being dealt towards the likes of Alman. I think we said towards 2-2. 2-2's within that kind of 1 bullet headshot range as well of Alman. So it does become a semi-concerning. I'm ready to speak of. A Newhappy just playing slow contact towards front bathroom.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult to go from here. Kaze. Let's find. He was hanging out to dry, but nobody peeked into him. 2-2, meanwhile, being the distraction over on B, might be able to find something. The rest of the team's actually coming to join him. Really big deal here, man. Really big deal. 2-2. Oh, my goodness. What a move. Through the smoke. Absolutely gorgeous. That might just do it, you know. We'll see. Kaze going to be smoked off. Alman, you know, is behind him with the M4. There's not very much they can do from this position, to be honest.
What now? That is the call. The 2 remaining. This is surely not doable, is it? Tiger going to find Kaze. That'll be that. Newhappy going to tie this game up. 13 apiece. Tiger, take the peek. You know you want to. Spots. Misses. Alman going to get 1. And nearly a second as well. Tiger might struggle to keep this AWP alive. Same can be said for the AK-47, but this matters over time anyway. They both go down. They both got money anyway, so it doesn't really make too big of a difference. We're going to now see at a tied game. I said I'd like to see bare minimum of 2 rounds out of Cyclone, but not even the easiest of asks anymore.
Nah, man. It's looking kind of crazy, to be fair.
A very scrappy Counter-Strike being played right now.
Yeah, I just... The way that it's gone, you know, since the second map in particular, is just all-out warfare. It feels like, you know, there's a less sense of decorum. It's just absolutely wild. Oh my god. None of those bullets hitting Almond is a little crazy.
JamYoung puts it up close. No one going to test him towards Monster, at least for the time being. What is the call to arms here? You got 2 playing out towards B, 3rd in quick rotation. The A player is playing nice and aggro, which is definitely the right way to play. I think we're saying 1 sitting towards Divider. So you got decent space already there, but the bomb heading in that direction of B. And it all comes down to essentially what the 2 players was wanting to do. JamYoung and Advent. The IGL on top frag. Got to do something a bit miraculous. Probably one playing anti. But Spine's out short. Everyone's blind. Flames are tickling the toes there as well. And somehow JamYoung's still alive because it's Almond for a double.
Mercury with the freest kill of the game. Oh my goodness. You might as well have your gun out, man. Like, you know what I mean? Where are you going fast? You're not really going anywhere fast, let's be real. But either way, trade comes in. It's Lee Hang that is the danger man, of course, in quite deep here. 19 seconds left in on the round. Giving him the space, they seem to be aware, yeah, that A could be compromised. Really well played, nice and patient. And it all pays off in the end. So, looking good. Cyclone taking the lead, moving into that second half. It's been a while, obviously, since they were on the T side. But they are 1 step closer to winning the series, continuing their upper bracket life.
Exactly. I mean, significantly harder fought than I think they probably would have expected. Every other game finished a long old time ago. And I guess while we got this halftime break, we can discuss them. Linvision beat out GR Gaming 2-1. So winner of this has to take on Linvision in that upper final. And the lowers as well. The Mongols 2-1 over Fire. Of course, who now face off against GR Gaming, who did drop down. At minus 72 Celsius, await the loser of this game. So winner faces Linvision, loser into the lower bracket to face minus 72 Celsius. We'll see who that ends up being. 14-13. Advantage in the quarter Cyclone. 2 out of the 3 rounds needed for them to close this out. In only singular OT, but we've already seen a double OT out of these 2 sides.
Mercury ready and waiting for an entry opportunity here. He's going to slow his roll. Then we'll also be looking for a way in. It is just entry town at the moment. Not a lot of utility left for Cyclone. Looking towards B, which is mainly all about the flashes. So, place those well. Maybe a nice Molotov as well, but yeah, we are looking at the flashes here to allow these entries to come forth.
Oh, Armin. Good final towards Spine. 2-2 playing anti, but 2-2 in trouble. And that second flash will catch him indefinitely. Anything to be found by him. Mercury and JamYoung got other ideas. 2-2's all alone. That's a great take towards that B site. Really well done. Both stepping up in that Mercury and JamYoung. Crisp as all hell. Map series point towards Cyclone and 1 step away. And they do it.
Can they do it? Time going to tell on this one, man. It is a wild, wild ride. And it may well just be coming to a close. Timeout being taken by 5yclone. They do not want to drop this opportunity. We've obviously had an overtime in the very first map, if you were here for that. And it really did make a difference when it made it into that second overtime. It was a difficult ride, to say the least.
Yeah. Still a tough one to call. Course this OT, it's all reliant on the full buy versus 4x scenarios. They haven't exactly always been clean for either side. So we'll see. I'm pretty sure this is going to be, I'd probably even say, probably the longest game, longest series that we've had within ECL Asia so far this season, and it might be continuing. Newhappy for a double to start things off isn't a bad start at all. They've got so much map control as well. Surely Newhappy can't lose in this position. The amount of control they've got now towards the B side is insane. And even 2-2 as well, in terms of if they wanted to go for that short rotation up through Khan.
A little bit weird, isn't it? I think 5yclone made their own bed with that kind of play. It really leaves them with a severe lack of map control. I think that's what Kaze is looking at, is just trying to figure out a couple of the spots. 4-on-3, Kaze. Making noise on A. I mean, it could work. There is this flank coming in. He's just chilling here, hoping for, you know, someone to step around him. Maybe give him a free kill. And it is, of course, 2x down on B-bomb site, but towards ABC, right? Definitely a beatable position. He's rotating off, man. Oh, briefly, but still enough that there is space here for the bomb to make it in. Right, 2x will know what's up now, but he's being kept at bay. Molotov means he can't deny the bomb plan. 3 versus 2. Reset down. There's a bit of time before the rotations come in, so this could work out for 5yclone. We'll see.
Alman. Need something from him. JamYoung will take first contact. Gets a free kill there as well. Does actually need to peek. Alman hears all these steps above him, and he gets the kill as well. Last player in towards heavens. That's the round. That's the game. 16-13. Probably, I mean, it has to be the longest, or one of the longest series we have had within ECL Asia. Probably all season. It was an absolute marathon from start to finish. Just shy there of what? 4 hours of Counter-Strike.